Alright guys, so this is our last sort of sealed pack here. It's also the smallest one of the bunch. So we're gonna rip this open if we can. Toss. Oh man, I dropped it. I went for the toss, and I dropped it. Alright. First card up is Evolving Wilds. You can sacrifice it and search your library for a basic land and put it into the battlefield tapped. Next up is Stoneshock Giant. It is a uncommon creature. It has Monstrosity 3. If this creature isn't monstrous, put 3 1/1 counters on it and it becomes monstrous. I mean, I guess that would make it really beefy. It'd be a 8/7 then. But look at that cost, man. That is a high cost for that. Not sure, I don't know. Is it really useful? I don't know, you guys would know better than me, but it seems like that takes some time to, make it really worth it. Next up is, should I even attempt to say that? Oh man. Peregrination? Peregrination? I have no clue. Nope. Don't know how to say that. Anyways, it's an uncommon sorcery. Search your library for 2 basic land cards, reveal them, and put them into the battlefield tapped. And then you shuffle your deck and get Scry 1. Not bad, not bad. We have another Cerberus. Man, I am struggling. We have another Cerberus here. This one is a Wildfire one. Has Monstrosity 1. Whenever it becomes monstrous, it deals 2 damage to each opponent and each creature your opponent controls. That is a lot of damage. I feel like this one might be more worth it than that other one we got. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this monstrosity thing, but I can see where something like this would definitely be useful. Next up we have a Ancient Silverback. Just has next time this turn it isn't, instead tap it. So this just has Regenerate, pretty beefy card. It's a 6/5 uncommon. Market Festival, we saw this already. Ill-Tempered Cyclops has Trample and Monstrosity. It's a 3/3. Not too shabby, not too shabby. We have a Satyr Hedonist. Sacrifice it and add 3 mountains to your mana pool. So I guess this is only really worth it if you're running a green-red deck. A Nessian Asp has Reach for taking out those flyers, and also has Monstrosity, which would turn it into an 8/9. But again, real Monstrosity has a huge cost. Definitely something you're planning for, sort of that mid to late, or late mid-ish to late game, right? Time to Feed is up next. Choose a target creature the opponent controls. When it dies, you gain 3 life. Target creature you control fights that creature. So each deals damage equal to its power. So I'm guessing this just means you single out a card that they control. You pick whatever card you have that obviously is going to kill it, and then you get 3 life. So it's just taking the blocking choice out of their hands, I guess. Follow the Hammer we saw. Evolving Wilds, that's the first card we pulled from the stack. Brood Keepers up next. 2/3 uncommon. Whenever an aura becomes attached to Broodkeeper, put a 2/2 red dragon token with flying onto the battlefield, which has, for 1 mountain, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn. Nice little token card there. I like that. A crone Phalanx. She has Vigilance. If you pay this, you boost a creature. Not too shabby. Oh, what is with these Acroan? Is it Acroan? A Crowan Hoplite, Hoplite. I don't know. Like I said, like I warned you guys, I am gonna butcher some of these names. So this is a red-white card. Whenever it attacks, it gets plus X plus 0, where X is the number of attacking creatures you control. So if you're running sort of like a maybe like a weenie deck, this thing can get boosted up pretty nice. Vanguard of Brimaz, Vigilance, Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, put a 1/1 Cat Soldier token onto the field with Vigilance. Not bad, not bad. Helioid's Pilgrim. Search your library for an aura card when it comes into the battlefield. Inferno Fist. I like this artwork. That's funny. That artwork cracks me up. Enchanted creature gets +2/+0. You can sacrifice this and it deals 2 damage to a creature or player. Dragon Mantle we've seen. The Crowan Crusader has Heroic 1/1. I actually like this. It's a cheap card. Play it first turn. If you ever boost it, you get additional cards. I like that. Two-headed Cerberus we saw. Chosen by Helioid. I can't remember if we've seen this before or not. Whenever a chosen creature, or whenever this enters the battlefield, you get a card, and then your creature gets +2 toughness. Evolving Wilds again, we saw Sky Spear Cavalry, Flying Double Strike, not bad, not bad. Glimpse the Sun God, tap any amount of target creatures, scry 1. So this one, this one, tap X target creatures. So does that mean you could tap target creatures? So you could tap your opponent's creatures? So you could like tap all of them and then get scry 1? Is that what it means? Not quite sure how this one works. I'd have to look that up. Next up we have Ifara's Enlightenment. It's a blue-white card here, so aura. When it enters the battlefield, you can put a +1/+1 counter on enchanted creature. Enchanted creature has flying. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, you may return this card to your hand. So good, nice way to get us. It's a nice little way to get boost here, right? Battlewise Hoplite. Was this the one we saw earlier? I think that was a different one. This one's basically the same thing. Has Heroic, has Scry. 2/2, uncommon. Wingsteed Rider, flying and Heroic. Standard. Wavecrash Triton, Heroic. It's a 1/4. Kind of a little beefy blocker. Nimbus Naiad. Is that how you say that? Bestow. If you cast this card for its bestow cost, it's an aura spell with enchant creature. It becomes a creature again if it's not attached to a creature. And it has flying. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has flying. It's a nice little utility with that card. Saw this one earlier. God's Willing. Target creature you control gains protection from a color and you get scry 1. Nice. Eagle of the Watch, flying and vigilance, 2/1. Evolving Wilds, I think that's the 4th one we've seen. Kragma Warcaller is up next. It is a black-red card. Minotaur creatures you control have haste. Whenever a Minotaur you control attacks, it gets +2/+0 until the end of the turn. So a little booster there. A Ragemonger is next. Uncommon creature. Minotaur spells you cast cost 1 black, 1 mountain less to cast. This effect reduces only the amount of color mana. Fellhide Petrifier. Death Touch. Other Minotaur creatures you control have Death Touch. That's pretty nice. I like that one. Relic of Abandon. All creatures get +2/-2 until end of turn. So you're going like all out attack. That seems nice. Deathbellow Raider. It attacks each turn if able, and you can regenerate it. Aggro. Nice little aggro creature. Minotaur Skullcleaver. I think you might have seen this one before. Fellhide Brawler. It can't block unless you control another Minotaur. Flurry of Horns. Put 2/2/3 Minotaur tokens with haste onto the battlefield. That's pretty nice. Nice for, you know, aggro. Flush to Dust we saw before. And our last one here is Crippling Blight. Enchanted creature gets -1/-1 and can't block. Nice little annoying black card there. So next up we will open up these guys, and then that will do it for our first pack opening.